If you've been informed that you have fatty liver or non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, the positive news is that it's entirely reversible. In this video, I'll break down the specific steps you should follow to not only undo the damage, but to do it efficiently and begin noticing results within weeks. I'll also share practical tips about the foods you should include in your meals and which ones you should avoid in order to restore your liver. Toward the end of this video, I'll explain additional strategies you can implement to further improve liver function, and we'll also cover the top supplements that can support your liver in healing and returning to normal. Hi, I'm Dr. Sarah Collins, and here on this channel, I provide the most reliable and science-based information on subjects related to weight reduction, metabolic health, and healthy aging. Let's dive right into it. To fully understand how to reverse fatty liver, we first need to clarify what actually causes it to develop in the first place, and it's quite straightforward. Fatty liver typically arises from excessive intake of sugars, especially fructose and sucrose, with sucrose being plain table sugar that breaks down into glucose and fructose. Consuming both fructose and sugar sets off a chain reaction in the body that contributes not only to fatty liver, but also to diseases such as diabetes, cardiovascular illness, dementia, and even several cancers. Now, what makes fructose different is that it does not trigger leptin, and leptin is the hormone that gets released in our system after a meal to signal the brain that we are satisfied or full. So when we consume fructose, it fails to activate the normal satiety response and makes overeating much easier. As if that weren't problematic enough, constant intake of fructose promotes leptin resistance, which keeps us hungry and interferes with feeling satisfied even after eating other foods. A study printed in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition demonstrated that just 1 week on a high fructose diet increased fat storage in the liver and reduced insulin sensitivity in the liver. Now, how can we avoid fructose? Well, fructose is a simple sugar that naturally exists in honey, fruits, and root vegetables, and humans have eaten those for thousands of years without issues, until processed fructose and sugar began being consumed in massive amounts. Nowadays, most fruits and vegetables contain small amounts of fructose, yet our intestines can neutralize about 4 to 5 grams, which is the usual intake from vegetables. Fruits provide a bit more fructose, but because they also contain fiber, absorption is slowed and the excess fructose impact is reduced. Additionally, many fruits supply vitamin C, which blocks certain effects of fructose and helps counteract any negative impact. So that leads us to the first category of foods we must eliminate to reverse fatty liver, which are sugary beverages. While most people are aware of the risks of sodas and soft drinks, the hidden culprits are juices, which are often marketed as healthy and even offered to children. If you drink orange juice, apple juice, cranberry, tomato, or any type of juice, check the nutrition label to see how many grams of sugar are in a single serving. Don't be deceived by claims such as contains natural sugars or has no added sugar, because even though it's natural, it is still concentrated and stripped of the fiber you would get from eating the whole fruit, and it is far easier to overconsume sugar in liquid form compared to eating fruit itself. Other drinks heavily loaded with sugar are sports beverages and energy drinks. The American Heart Association suggests limiting sugar intake to less than 24 to 36 grams daily, but if you have fatty liver, I recommend avoiding all sugary drinks. In the same way, it's better to avoid dried fruits like raisins, dates, or prunes. Although natural and without added sugar, they are so concentrated that they lack the original bulk of the fruit, which makes it easy to overwhelm the digestive system and ultimately the liver with fructose and sugar. Supporting this, a 2019 study published in JAMA revealed that just 8 weeks of reducing sugar intake to less than 3% of daily calories in adolescent boys led to marked improvements in liver fat. Another key way to heal your fatty liver is by increasing protein intake, especially for breakfast or your first meal of the day. A study in the journal Obesity involving over 9,000 Australians showed that consuming adequate protein, particularly at breakfast, significantly influenced food choices later in the day. Higher protein intake at breakfast meant people ate less throughout the day, while those with low protein breakfasts tended to choose more processed and sugary foods. So, if you constantly crave sweets and processed foods, which worsen fatty liver, try boosting your protein intake at breakfast and aim for at least 25 to 35 grams of protein per meal across 3 meals daily. This will help reduce sugar consumption and aid weight loss, which is one of the most effective ways to improve fatty liver. Losing just 5% of total body weight can reduce liver fat, and shedding 7% can fully resolve non-alcoholic steatohepatitis, NASH, the more advanced form of fatty liver. As you raise your protein intake, pay attention to the types of fats consumed along with it. Animal meats and dairy are great protein sources, but be cautious with saturated fats, typically found in red meat, processed meats, fried foods, butter, and ice cream. Now, red meat consumption is debated, and I personally believe it's fine in moderation, but that's a discussion for another day. A study in diabetes and metabolism revealed that both excess saturated fats and fructose increase liver fat, but saturated fats caused a much greater rise. Several human studies confirm the damaging effects of saturated fats on liver fat. One notable double-blind randomized trial overfed lean participants muffins made with either palm oil, high in saturated fats, or sunflower oil, high in polyunsaturated fats. After just 7 weeks, the saturated fat group had significant liver fat buildup, whereas the polyunsaturated group gained lean body mass without liver fat changes. So the lesson is not to overeat saturated fats. It's acceptable in moderation, but more than 5% of daily calories from saturated fats can cause trouble. Practically, this means reducing intake of fried foods, processed meats, store-bought pastries, ice cream, and certain cheeses, while instead focusing on healthy fats like monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats from fish, nuts, avocados, and using olive oil instead of coconut or palm oil. Fat quality is especially critical for people on low-carb or ketogenic diets, since most energy there comes from fat. Keto diets are highly effective for weight loss and metabolic health as long as the majority of fats are unsaturated. Many individuals have reversed fatty liver through keto, though it's not sustainable for everyone long-term. The positive news is that eliminating carbs completely is not necessary for fatty liver reversal. It's the quality and type of carbohydrates that matter more. Low glycemic index carbs that don't spike blood sugar, such as those from legumes, dairy, vegetables, or fruits, are much better than high glycemic carbs like white bread, rice, sugary cereals, or fried potatoes. To conclude, additional beneficial steps for reversing fatty liver include avoiding alcohol, getting at least 150 minutes of moderate physical activity per week, and adding resistance or strength training at least twice a week, which all help restore liver health. If you consistently follow these steps, you'll see improvements in liver blood tests within weeks, as shown in studies, and eventually completely reverse fatty liver. But it's crucial to act early before the disease advances to NASH, fibrosis, or cirrhosis, where a liver transplant becomes the only option. If you want to further enhance recovery, you might consider adding supplements along with food changes, though they are not strictly required, as whole foods alone can heal fatty liver. Certain supplements do show promise. Vitamin E at 800 IU daily has been linked to improved NASH outcomes compared to placebo, but high doses above 400 IU daily have been tied to increased mortality and prostate cancer, so consult your doctor first. Omega-3 fatty acids are another option. A 2018 meta-analysis in clinical nutrition showed that fish oil omega-3s like DHA reduced liver fat and improved markers such as ALT and AST. Another nutrient of interest is choline, which has gained popularity for liver health. A case-control study indicated that people with high choline and betaine intake had an 81% reduction in liver fat risk, though more research is needed to determine if supplementation works broadly and at what dose. For now, focus on getting choline from foods like egg yolks, lean meats, dairy, seafood, or if you don't eat meat, from yogurt, sunflower seeds, and cruciferous vegetables such as broccoli, cauliflower, or cabbage. While this isn't an exhaustive list of supplements often used for fatty liver, I'll create another video covering them in more detail. I hope you found this information useful, and I'll see you in the next video.